We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, and he took great care of the football. And, of course, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's two looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are you doing, bro? The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And bringing them out, one of the league's most tooled-up quarterbacks, Brock. He's trying to reach a new ceiling here in year 3. Anthony Richardson.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception. His effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. And certainly some momentum to build on today.
They gain 11 on that play. And that is good for Detroit first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Ready! 70 Timberwolves.
On first down, it's Richardson. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Completed over the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 7 yards on that pickup. And the Lions have a first down. A give left side for Gibbs. On the move, past the 40. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
To the air on this first down. Richardson falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And now they face second down.
Here we go.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
18 Rattler.
Richardson on third. Headed right through the middle of the field. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Coming in from the right, and they blocked it! Live ball picked up inside the 25.
It's one of those situations, Kate, where it kind of just felt, actually it looked like they just assumed that other group was not going to go after that block and just make it a 7-0 game. You can never, ever assume anything at any point in this game. You have that sense of urgency to do your job, and they did not as that kick got blocked.
The Ravens offense returning in the field for their second possession. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. On first down, Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They go play fake with Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
44-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. Up to the races. Middle of the field. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens will reach the end zone for 6. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Extra point is up and through by Luke. And they'll take the lead.
Ravens 7, Lions 6.
Stout all set to send this one away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready?
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10.
Rig alert, rig alert. Prep goal 80.
I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Again, it's Gibbs. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Panther 6.
3rd and 1. Here's Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Ready.
Back to the air, it's Richardson. Short pass brought in. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Trying to work quickly now.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll throw again, Richardson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season. We've set it down from 37.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll start this series with an option left. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Caught by Flowers. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
7 brings up 3rd and 6.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-6 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They start out with a 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. Got his man. Hopkins has it. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Brought in right side. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 40.
Motioning the tight end left. Henry has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. It's second and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Back to Henry. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens grow their lead to 8.
14. Lions 6.
Stout all set to send this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, they're trying to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9. Another one for Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one complete to St. Brown. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
First down throw here from Richardson. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Let's go now. Ready?
This is Gibbs on second down. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jair Alexander with the stop.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Richardson trying to get everybody to the line.
And the Lions first down.
Working now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Screen here for Gibbs. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Only a minute and 57 seconds left between us and halftime at this point. More on Monday Night Prime Time in just a moment. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Reload! Hurt! Gravity Lions!
They'll go right side with Gibbs. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him.
Okay,
So this is going to be second down and long following the holding flag.
ready, go!
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Catch made left side by Laporta. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Here comes a two-point try partner, Richardson, bringing his offense to the line.
Go! 19, Friday, 19.
Flying forward on the ground. He's almost there, but no, they stopped him at the last moment. He's going to be just inches shy of that two-point conversion. We're down to a two-point difference as they send the kick away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Right back to Flowers they go. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. In a good spot here, second and inches. Jackson keeping it himself. He dodged the tackle. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. Offense is set. First and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Jackson to throw it. On the move, headed right. He has room past the 25. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 18-yard
In the red zone now. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Second and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Now it's Jackson. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face third and 3.
3 yards to go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens will add to their lead at the end of the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens push the lead to 2 scores now. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. One last play before the break.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
Final throw before the break. Oh, Richardson fumbled it. And he is hauled down right at that midfield strike. And he falls on his own miscue, and that sets him up with a first down. And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. return starts at the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. On first down, it's Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13.
Go, Street. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Coming right is Gibbs. He gets forward, that's about 4 yards. Roquan Smith, again an All-Pro last season, there for the tackle.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Gets him on the in route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They're working quickly here.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Now Richardson on 4th down. Another one caught by St. Brown. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Richardson. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
A gain of 15.
70 Timberwolves.
1st down, Lions.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
Here we go.
From the red zone on 1st. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
This is Henry on 2nd, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
2-yard line.
On 1st down, Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Herbie Joseph up for the stop.
4 yards.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6. At the 37-yard
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Connecting on the slant. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
1st down, here's Lamar. The left side caught by Andrews. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 48-yard
Flying down the middle with Henry. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Lofts it deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
4th down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Result of the play.
Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. Drive begins with Gibbs. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop it, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. All right, here we go. Second down. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Bates now for the point after. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. He's going to field this at the 2. Good work so far. He's got room. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. 1st down now, ball at the 33. The drive begins with Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Looking to throw, Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. And bring a tight end in motion right. They get to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Blitz coming, Lamar. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too. Yeah. Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And that is how you pin a team deep. That hits and careens out of bounds at the 3. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And with where that punt stuck them, Brock, this is going to be tough to repeat the touchdown from their last drive. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Well, I I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from the goal line where you should feel comfortable throwing anything in your playbook.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. And third and short.
And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Lions first down.
Ready.
Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D-tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bad when you could defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Flush down out to his left. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Lions have a first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. He'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Give him 2 yards on the run. That leaves him 1 short, and it brings up 4th down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Lions needing a couple.
Ready, set.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Cougar 19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, Mustang 19. Check, Bobcat, 79 Broncos. Ready.
Desperation time here. Throw is caught by the back. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the play list.
And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock. It might see them burn a timeout. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Hey, officer, what? What in?
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And they could really use a good one here. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Lions send Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here he is to throw.
2nd and 2.
Go left side, and St. Brown has it. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
A gain of 3 yards.
He'll look to throw it. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
60 average. 60.
Now to throw. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And that one is good! And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
Fox now to kick this one away. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Lions get the win